boy child all over the world is under siege. And this is because of something we call false witness. In the Bible, we have the 10th commandment. Do not bear witness against your neighbor. And also we have in Exodus chapter 20 and verse 16. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. No lie, no slander, no murder. One witness shall not arise against a man concerning any iniquity. Exodus chapter 23 and verse 1 to 2. You shall not bear a false report. Do not join your hand with a wicked man to be a malicious witness. Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 5. A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness breathes out lies. And examples of false witness in the Bible. And the boy child has had so many problems. That was Joseph was falsely accused in Genesis chapter 39. Mark 14 from 55 up to 56. The chief priest and the whole council were seeking a testimony against Jesus to put him to death, but they found none. An attack on an innocent person is the worst thing. But then now what does Quran state? It is very hard for a Muslim to go before a court of law and take this, whether it is putting your heart to give a false witness. In Quran, for example, if today a man wants to start a relationship with a woman, and they start, the man starts pursuing that girl, and of course after some time the girl decides, I don't want this relationship, and she turns away. And then the man starts slandering the girl and saying, this one I've gone with them, this one I've done this, I've committed fornication, I have done ABC, slandera, rise about a person. This is what you are supposed to do in as far as Islam is concerned. That you have to bring 4 witnesses. 4 witnesses. And those 4 witnesses, they have to have the evidence that they saw it with your own eyes. It is a very sad day in the world, and even in this, for example, in this country, Kenya, where we have boys, many men, grandfathers, fathers, young men are behind bars because of something called defilement. And I'm not belittling defilement. Defilement is a very bad offense. But many of the men who are behind bars are there as a result of false witnesses, men and women who are paid to put an innocent person behind bars. Now, for the Muslims, if you have no evidence, evidence of 4 people who saw it, this is what happens. You will be humiliated publicly. You will be frog-mashed, and you will be given 80 slashes. Jesus was scourged at the temple. That 9 stripes of Jesus. If you have decided to bear witness against an innocent person, and an innocent person is put behind bars, or your actions causes them pain, it is the worst in Islam. In fact, the Holy Prophet kept on reciting these 3 things. Idolatry, you cannot worship any other God but their God. Do not bear false witness against a neighbor. and bearing false witness to a neighbor as far as Muslims are concerned, it is a greater sin with serious consequences. In fact, they say poverty will pursue you and overtake you. You will perish. There is something that the Muslims love, that is the mercy of God. You will be exempted from the mercy of God. And this is the only way that you can rescue yourself from it. Number one, you have to go, release that person, go and speak the truth, and go and take the Quran and say you did this and this. That's the only way you can be forgiven. You have, it's just like the way Jesus said, when you are going to offer sacrifice in the church, when you have arrived with your offerings and you remember there is something that you have done, please leave your offering there. Go first sort out. For the Muslims, it's very serious. You cannot just go scot-free. And then there are praises of men and women who give truthful testimonies, even to rescue somebody who was accused falsely, so that justice is done. You know. And I would like to read Surah Al-Fat 25 and 75, the 19 greater sins. This is a false testimony. Falsehood is a greater sin as far as Muslims are concerned. In the tradition narrated by Hazrat Abdul Azim, Imam has proved the greatness of not giving false testimony, following the verse of the Holy Quran. And I quote, "And they who do not bear witness to what is false." Surah Al-Furqan 25 verse 72. These shall be regarded with high praises. Surah Al-Furqan 25 and 75 verse 75. And therefore, avoid the uncleanness of the idols and avoid false words. Surah Hajj 20 verse 30. The Holy Prophet says, to testify falsely, tantamount to polytheism. It is mentioned in Tafsir Abdul al-Failazi that the Holy Prophet repeated these statements 3 times and quoted the above Surah, Hajj 22 and verse 30. And they say those who give false witness, 70 angels curse such a person. So it is a very serious offense for the Muslims, and that's why they fear giving false testimonies, because the repercussions and the consequences, when they think of the consequences of a false witness. And when I look at most of our prisons in Kenya, we have so many men, young men, old, they are behind bars, and majority of them, and especially in the cases of defilement. I think Islam was alive to the fact that this is an area where if a woman wants to bring down a man, this is the easiest route to destroy their lives, the easiest route to occupy their possessions and properties. Because the other thing that is very, 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 very evil in as far as Muslims are concerned is a person who decides to take the possession of an orphan under them